How's it going, everybody? This is Andrew Compton with Rocky Bluff Kennels. If you hear some people banging around, it's just these puppies I got in here. You can see them right here. But wanted to talk to y'all a little bit. First of all, I want to thank you again for checking out my videos. But wanted to share a tip with you guys today. It's something that I don't normally get to do a whole lot, so I wanted to go ahead and share it. These puppies right here actually do for their second set of shots, vaccinations. And I wanted to talk to you a little bit about that today. This is something that I personally hadn't done in a while, and so I had to kind of ask around and get a refresher on what exactly to do. And usually the most commonly asked question with the shots is when do I need to give it to them? These puppies right here are 10 weeks old. They've already had their first set of shots, and they're in here just wreaking havoc. But anyway, they've had their first set of shots. The first set of shots was actually a 5-way vaccination, and that was given to them when they were 6 weeks old. Now, like I said, everybody normally asks is when do I need to give it to them? Generally, rule of thumb, between 5 and 6 weeks old. Now, having said that, the puppies need to be completely weaned off of their mother before you can give them a vaccination. And the reason for that is, and these pups were actually weaned at 5 weeks old, and they were completely weaned at 6 weeks old. And the reason for that is as long as that mother is still producing milk and feeding her puppies, she's still giving them antibodies to fight disease and everything like that. So, by giving a puppy a shot while it's still on the mother, they're not really getting the full effect of the vaccination if they're still on the mother's milk. So, you want to wait till they're completely weaned, give them their first set of shots, okay? And they're in here just raising game. But anyway, something I like to do with my shots too, I don't know if you can see that or not, but right here on this bottle there's a label. That label actually peels off, and I'll actually take that label and attach it to a little sheet of paper with my signature on it saying that that pup was given that vaccination. So that way when you have a buyer come out and buy a pup from you, there's no question as to what kind of vaccination the pup got, and there's no question that the pup did actually receive a vaccination. Now, as I said before, they have received a 5-way vaccination. The next question normally is how long do I need to wait, and what kind of time period am I looking at between the first shots and the second shots? Generally, the rule of thumb is 21 days. These pups were given a vaccination a little bit after they were 6 weeks old. They're just shy of 10 weeks old now. So right about now is the time they need to receive it. Now, the second set of shots is actually a 6-way vaccination. Spectra 6-way vaccination. As you can see, this all comes in one package now. It's not like the old days where you had to just buy 2 bottles, to powder the liquid and then buy your own syringes. It actually all comes together now. A lot of people will say, well, I give my pups a 7-way vaccination every time, or I go from a 5 to a 7, or even a 6 to a 7. And that's fine. That's other people's opinion, but in my opinion, it's best just to go 5, 6, and 7, and that way you're not really risking a pup getting sick or something like that, But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and just try to get a live shot of me actually giving a pup a shot here so you can see it. So first of all, you want to take your package out, and if you're not familiar with doing this, you got your package here, and I'm gonna try to open her up. And one thing I found with these pre-packed needles, you got to remember that these needles have been handled a lot, between the people in the store and whatnot, whatever. So this one's a little hard to open, but so what I like to do with my needles, and what I found was a lot of them don't have a good seal on the actual needle. So just take that needle with the protective cover still on it and just tighten it down real good. You can see that one was actually pretty loose. Tighten it down real good, make sure it's got a good seal on the syringe. You can actually take it off and tighten it down just a little bit more. Be very careful when you're doing that, you don't stick yourself. But make sure it's got a good seal. Don't over tighten it, with like a pair of pliers or something and break the syringe. You want to make sure you keep your cover for this needle close by. Don't lose that, because you don't want to throw a needle away, without a cover on it. All right. Next thing you're going to do, turn your bottle upside down. Put your needle in and draw the liquid out. may take a little playing with to get it all out, but if you got a good seal on it, you shouldn't have a problem. See, so I got the little pink liquid in here. You got your little bottle of powder, and you just go ahead and put that in the bottle of powder. And it should actually, the needle should actually go down by itself. You can push it down, help it out. Shake it up real good. You want to make sure all that powder is dissolved into that liquid. So shake it up real good. And then that's your actual vaccination. Put the needle back in. Draw it out. Very important that you don't have any air bubbles. You can see the air in the needle there. Give it a flick with your finger. Get the air out. And it's okay if you just shoot a little bit of liquid out the top of it, just to ensure that you don't have any air in it. Now I'm going to take this puppy right here and try to demonstrate how to give him a shot. What I like to do is take that skin right in between the shoulder blades with my 3 fingers and my thumb, pick up a piece and take my index finger and make what you call a teepee. That way you have a little void in the skin. Gently push the needle in. Gently plug her down and massage the spot. Now the puppy's going to be a little bit uncomfortable, but you know, they shouldn't cry or anything like that. And you know, this puppy's now vaccinated. And it's just as easy as that. People make it a little overcomplicated, but it's really not. This is something cheap and easy that you can do by yourself, especially if you're a breeder trying to raise a litter of puppies. And I'm going to go ahead and put this cover back on this needle. And it's, you know, if you're a good breeder, all good breeders should give their own litters shots before they sell them. That's pretty much it. One other thing I'll say about these shots is you want to make sure that you keep them cold. So when you pick them up from the store, go ahead and carry a cooler of ice with you. Bring them straight home, put them in the refrigerator, and keep them cool. But that's all the advice I have. If you have any questions, feel free to send them in. And also, if you have any opinions up for discussion or something like that, send those in too, and I'll be happy to take a look at them. Thank you.